Hello everybody, welcome to some more Battletech. Had some CNC music to start things off. Thank you so much for that resub comment. 76 months, that's some big numbers. Whew. So yeah, decided to do a short little bit of Battletech before actual real life Battletech. I might have fallen into a dark hole. But it's a fun one. Well, it was that, or it was sit down and hobby all the bases of my Battletech. But I figured that I should probably stream a little more. There's been a couple days this week where I wasn't able to. Or, well, last week. End of last week. Had all the fun of my wife's lovely birthday and also a whole lot of work because we did a big wedding conference and stuff. So lots of fun, bit of work, and all kind of combined to me not doing a ton of streaming. There's a weird vertical bar on my screen. There is a weird vertical bar on my screen. I think I know what it is. There's no longer a weird vertical bar on my stream. It was a window capture that was no longer relevant because I was doing stuff yesterday and I decided to try and capture some other random bullshit, which it does sometimes. So welcome everybody. We are in the middle of the Flashpoint campaign of our Marik playthrough here. Just like how in real life, I'm now having some fun doing the the campaign that we set up for real life stuff. So that's pretty rad. We've been having some fun with that. I guess I should mention, I kind of want to go through the stuff that's been in the real-life Battletech stuff that we did. So, we're doing a campaign where it's last person standing. Everybody gets 3 lances. You can, like, use some victory points and supply pool stuff from some other calculations to fix up all your mechs and pilots after missions. And it's just, like, battle of attrition as people. We have missions inside of, like, the actual fights, so you can, like, withdraw and try and get away from that. But like, victory points matter a fair bit for getting more supply to heal stuff up. And I was doing a fight where I was doing a base defend, and I had 0 damage on any mechs because they had focused almost entirely on the buildings. And so I was kicking ass. I took down a quick draw, which was their biggest mech, before they had even dealt damage to my mechs. Then they had a Whitworth jump over a building with rocket launchers, fired off 86 missiles, and hit with everything. Then on the cluster table, because you had to roll with missiles in the actual tabletop, you have to roll to see if all of them hit. Like, when you get a hit, you then go like, okay, well, it's an LRM 10, so how many of the 10 hit? Like, if you don't hit it all, then it's just 0, obviously. But then, like, you do cluster after that. And they rolled 12, 12, 11, 10, 10, 10, 10, and just non-stop hit absolute maximum on the table, basically, for all of it. Then, when they rolled off on where to hit my mech, they hit 0 hits on the arms, because each missile is separate, basically, or like they're done in 5-point damage clusters when they're LRMs and rockets and stuff. I can't remember with rockets if it's like each separate, or I think it's like LRMs. Anyway, so you have to do them as like cluster amounts. 0 hits on any arms, 0 hits on the legs, only torso. They managed to get internal on my heaviest mech on the very first turn of hitting it. Got 1 point internal, on the right torso. Left torso has nothing important in it. They managed to get it almost all on the right torso, so they had exactly 1 point over. So it went to a possible crit, rolled and hit 1 crit, rolled onto the ammo bin, and immediately blew up the mech in a chain reaction of more stuff. So I went from, like, I'm easy first place, no problems, to I am easy last place, I'm fucked. Out of like 10 people in 1 turn. I lost a third of my entire battle value on that 1 turn. On that lance. It was brutal. It was so bad. That's Battletech though, baby. That's Battletech. I did man it. I blew the fuck out of that Whitworth afterwards. But like, to give an example of how bad that was in response. And like, so a Whitworth is a medium mech. I had my Thunderbolt, which is a heavy, so on a lot heavier armor. Like, it was quite a heavy armored Thunderbolt. And they had a very lightly armored Whitworth. It took all of the hits from both my Hatchet Man and my Thunderbolt as an alpha in response at point blank range. And it didn't even lose any limbs or anything. It had like no internal damage after that. It got knocked over because it had enough hits on it. But it didn't even get internal damage on the first strike back, with 2 alphas, everything hitting, in comparison to how they blew up my heaviest mech that's like, you know, 20 tons more or something. It was not good. It was so bad for me. It was like unbelievably bad luck. Like, well, that's it. So we'll see how tonight goes, because we're continuing the campaign. I'm going to bring a different lance. I think it might be time for the Omega. It's just primered, but the big boy. Look how fucking big that sucker is. So I'm thinking I'm going to bring out that and the trash cans, the Urbies. Maybe. I'm deciding. It's either that or my C3 connected lance, which C3 is not in this game, but it's really neat. Costs a fuck ton of battle value, 20% across the whole lance. But the idea is that they all have a computer connected, and so if one of them has line of sight, so like let's say that there's, you know, a mech here of mine and a mech here of mine, like way across the board, and then they have a mech here, this mech that's way out this way can fire at that mech as if it's short range, as if it's like close to that first one, because they use targeting computers to like triangulate. So you're just like constantly in short range of everything, which is a big goddamn deal in tabletop Battletech. Like, unbelievably big deal. It's really cool. I just have to hope that there's not a whole bunch of electronics warfare to counter me. Hopefully not. C3 sounds pretty wild. I'm really sad that I didn't manage to fit in the rotary autocannon 5 mech that had C3, but it was too much battle value. I just couldn't do it. No matter what I cut, I couldn't make it work. Because you have to have a master C3 computer, and it doesn't have a master, it just has a slave. I always hate that term, but that's pretty common for a lot of computer stuff. First link to the Dobrev. But yeah, like, for anybody that doesn't know tabletop Battletech, long range in, like, the difference between long range and short range is a +4 modifier on rolling to hit. So instead of hitting on 6, you'd hit on 10. So imagine changing that back so that you're hitting on 6 again. It's pretty fucking wild. I'm hoping that it works out good. You've been hearing that there's a push in computing to change that over to leader follower for that exact reason. Yeah. It's a thing in photography too, where you get like the same terminology for flashes and stuff. You get like a trigger that will fire off a lot of flashes, and they'll use the same terminology. But yeah, like leader follower would be better. Even like subordinate, right? Like there's ways to say it that's just not so weird. Alright, let's fuck up this Lost Tech smuggling ring by becoming the new Lost Tech smuggling ring. Okay, people, the Bauman Group's distribution center is smack dab in the center of an uninhabited jungle in Independence's equatorial greenbelt. We're going to fight our way to that distribution center, find out where they've taken the Dobrev, and liberate as much exotic contraband as we can carry. Can't be that easy. It's never that easy. I don't know, we got some big mechs. It's going to be pretty easy. Won't be. The Bauman Group is a particularly well-armed cavalry lance, patrolling just outside of our projected AO. If we attack the distribution center before we deal with them, they'll have plenty of time to circle around and outflank us. Okay, that sounds bad, to be fair. Probably don't want that. That's why we're going to play this one safe. Rather than mounting a direct assault on the facility, sending mech warriors down to the outer edge of the Bauman Group's territory. If the intel that Darius' contacts gave us checks out, catch the Op 4's cavalry lance, their pants down. And if it doesn't check out, well then we blow them the fuck up anyways. We brought the Motor Bjorn back online. Oh boy, here's our Lost Tech AI that we totally trust. I have been informed of your impending combat drop. When you've taken the Bauman Group's distribution center, please send word to engineering. Dr. Murad and I will stand ready to analyze any and all data that you recover. Alternatively, you could, I don't know, help us out? You can haul your combat drones all the way out here for nothing. If your lance requires assistance, I will of course provide it. A word of caution, however, my combat drones are a limited resource. When they are damaged or destroyed, I have no way of replacing them. Nobody aboard this ship has the specialized knowledge required to repair an SLDF combat drone, including me. Those functions were governed by dedicated systems aboard my orbital platform. And you're not on your platform anymore. Wonderful. Mama Bear's right. We should keep the drones in reserve until we actually find the Dobrev. Yeah. That seems like the right thing to do. It's heavily defended. We're going to push this 2-stage. I'm wondering if it's going to be consecutive. It might be. Not that that honestly matters a whole lot, considering our kill team is this now. Our kill team is a little fucked up. Just a bit. Yeah, I think we still want to keep the Mortar Crab. This thing's probably not as good as, just bringing the Marauder. Because this Marauder is disgusting. But it does also have a mortar, and that does make it fun. If anything, what I could probably do is throw the Marauder in anyway. Could also take this out. Not run that King Crab, and run the Cyclops that way, so we get both advantages, both like the faster initiative and the Lance command mod. That minus 10% damage is real nice. Probably not a big deal here, but you never know. Alright, let's bring out Potato. Do that, and... Sure. Why not? Oh, I finally also went out and got a lot of basing material for my mechs today. But I decided that I would, do this instead. I just have time to do them later. One of the problems that I have is the model shop that I went to buy stuff, all they had was like super bulk stuff. So I have like a thing of bushes that's this big, and I'm like, I'm never going to. That's so much. It's so big. It's comical. Actually, it's like the size of this. Like it's about this large. So, like, I have, like, a full liter worth of forest trees. I'm like, anybody ever in the real life, like, Battletech group needs anything? Just go ahead and ask. Like, I'm more than willing to go to a whole bunch of rocks or sand or whatever, because I got a fucking metric ton of it. For some reason, all you can get are these huge amounts. I was thinking I was going to do them as, like, snow, because the lance that I copied is the Cavaliers for the Magistry, like for campus, and they have snowshoes crossed as their symbol. So I'm like, okay, you know, probably some tundra. Oh no, I'll need more mechs to use it all. Shut up. No. Also, honestly, I don't know that I could ever buy enough mechs to use all that I have. Like, I could do 100, I'm pretty sure. It's ridiculous how much it is. Like, here, I just... Stupid amount. Cause, like, it's not like I'm going to do all of them with bushes all the time. But look at that. Look at how the bases are this big. It's... I can do so goddamn it. I'm not gonna fill the base with these. These are just the bushes. These are the little guys. But it's the only thing I can find. It's so big. It's way too big. Some of the, like, earth or different things like that, I'm probably... I can imagine a time where I could actually run out, but I can't see myself running out of that. Not unless I start doing huge amounts of terrain or something too, but that's not really where I'm at. Apparently the distribution center is under attack from someone else. Well, shit.
I like it here.
It's definitely model railroad levels of supply. That's exactly what it was, because the place that I went is that kind of model shop.
What do you need? Heading out.
Well, this sucks that there's another group
Moving out.
trying to steal all the stuff before we steal all the stuff. Commander, we're getting an incoming transmission from an unknown dropship. It isn't one of Bauman's. Must be whoever's hitting the distribution center. Oh, shit. Who is it? The bounty hunter. As in, the bounty hunter. Oh, is this a lore thing? A legendary mech warrior and holovid celebrity. Wildly renowned as one of the most capable mech warriors alive. His true identity remains a mystery. In part thanks to the concealment provided by his iconic green combat suit. The persona of the bounty hunter has been an active part of the mercenary community since the late 2900s, leading many to speculate of a succession of mech warriors. Oh god, so we got like a Zorro mech warrior. That's real good. Commander Pop. We've never spoken before, but I trust that you know who you're talking to. We know who you are, bounty hunter. Doubt there's a mech warrior alive who doesn't. If you don't mind my asking, what the hell are you doing here? Same thing you are, only faster and better. Faster, maybe. I don't know about better. My crew is packing up the Bauman's inventory as we speak. Thanks to the heads up, I guess. It was more of a friendly warning. You're going to want to stay away from the distribution center until we are finished cleaning it out. Matter of fact, it'd work best for me if you just withdraw from combat right now. I'll give you a few minutes to decide. He's off the line. We just got threatened by a celebrity. The man's a living legend, for God's sake. So, we withdraw him? If we turn tail and run, the bounty hunter will probably shoot us in the ass on our way out the door. The man has a reputation. Even if he doesn't, the hit to our reputation will be enormous. Imagine us running away from the highlight reel of the next season of Bounty Hunters. Who'd want to hire us after that? On the other hand, we fight him and win? Famous. Jack up our rates. Oh, baby. Ooh. Think of the C-bills. See how good he really is. It's only 2.5 skulls. So, I'm gonna guess that, not that good.
Standing by.
I can't see that? I guess I can see why it would not be visible. Some of the cover sometimes, too. Like, let's see. This is not in tree line. I mean, this one isn't too bad. But this one's not in tree line. But that is? It's very funny. You might be overconfident. That's true, Twin White Tiger. Good to see you. Maybe he has reason to be. Well, in any case, if he's in this spec, he's in trouble.
All weapons committed.
I killed the bounty hunter.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Yep.
God, that's so fucked up.
Understood. Moving fast. Yes, Commander.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Let's actually reserve and let it go first, because it probably won't be able to shoot at us. We're behind this ridge. And I should be able to move up and get a shot on it.
Waiting for orders.
Yeah. Can make for a real boring episode, I suppose. Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm glad that we, glad we waited. Although I probably could kill it.
Commencing Alpha Strike.
Yeah. Still, you do not want that thing cracking back.
I feel bad about shooting the little guys.
Good to go.
Yeah, very boring episode. Just like, do
Understood.
I take out
Moving
these
fast.
mercenaries? Find out next time on Bounty Hunt. No. Daka daka daka. Oh, right. He's not out here yet. That was the Bounty group. Ah, we'll get him in a moment. Sorry to disappoint. Heh, I'm sorry too. I was hoping I wouldn't have to order my associates to introduce you to component materials. Fortunately, taking that decision out of my hands. Oh, he's not even landing. I got it. Commanders, we got company. If, by some miracle, you manage to survive what's coming, feel free to drop me a line. Otherwise, it's goodbye, Commander. Do a better job picking your battles in the next life. And more dropships. Cool, cool. So is that... Okay, that's Bauman Group. And then this is Bounty Hunter, I guess? Huh.
I hear ya.
Let's move.
If by some miracle you survive. Wait, what do your mechs look like? Yeah. Oh, you know. Daka daka daka. By the way, in
Stay
tabletop,
down.
there is almost nothing more satisfying than firing a rotary autocannon. For those that don't know, you can choose to fire one shot a turn, or 6. You know, whatever you want. You have problems of jamming, but
All weapons committed.
it's pretty wild how much you can do. Oh, dang. Didn't get to have
Ready for
one
orders.
shot.
On my way.
Now, here's a question. No, damn.
Locking on.
You're a big fan of the cluster
What can I do
ammo
for ya?
LBX? Yeah, it's pretty good. LBX ammo is also very scary in real life. Or, well, real life Battletech. You know what I mean? Could go for head again. Makes me wish that I had maybe LRM.
Got it.
Don't make sense to do it. Yep. Definitely makes sense to do it. I think we should have paid him off. No, 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 no. We want salvage, please. Ooh. Is that ECM? Might be. I don't know whose insignia is whose. So I'm actually not sure. Here, let's go take a look. Okay, so we have been fucking up the bounty hunter guys, because the like gray and red thing is Bauman Group. Sure. Urban assault vehicles again, huh?
Engaging target. Enemy unit destroyed.
Hey. That's rude.
Warning. Armor low.
And just left their back sitting there to all the other guys? They really don't like me. Yeah, I think the bounty hunter is a C-bill with a bullet in it. But I wasn't... It could have easily been the Bauman group that was that too, right? Like, either one of those would make sense for both groups.
Good to go.
They are both, at best, gray area
Yeah.
kind of operatives.
On it. Confirmed. Nice. Got past the armor.
Waiting on you, Commander.
We'll
Got
get
it.
this urban assault vehicle down.
What's up, boss?
And now... Actually, maybe I should have
Aye,
shot
aye.
something else, because we are going to do something real bad to them in a second. Oh, I'm not as close as I'd like. Still. Oh.
Fire down range.
Boom.
Mess him up. Mess him up good.
Yeah, I should have realized that destroyed the vehicle on its own. Oh, they got a trebuchet back there still, too. There's a little bit of a bounty hunter group still. I think we just go ahead and get the free shots on this Wolverine.
Engaging target.
There we go.
Enemy mech.
I think the bounty hunter mechs are non-standard. Probably I can go take a look.
Losing lots of armor.
Oh, you're fine.
Took a hard hit there.
I mean, it's just a 5N. I don't know. That does feel like more than usual, though.
What do
Like
you
more
need?
LRM than they would normally have. Could be wrong.
Roger. Roger. Oh, yeah.
Good to go.
Ready for orders.
Oh, I can't quite get into any woods here. Yeah, it looks like a pretty standard 5N.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
Critical hit, Commander.
Waiting for orders. Don't need to tell me
Knock
twice.
that boy over.
This should be good.
I'm getting the feeling, because he was saying
When
that
I
this
shoot
is just
you,
like
you'll
a
take it and
team of
fight.
his, that maybe if we see him later in this mission, that it'll be more non-standard stuff. Because it seems like he's not actually fighting us right now. It's like part of his crew. This is the bravest Kintaro in existence. Ooh, free shots.
Engaging target.
Bye.
Enemy mech destroyed.
What? Damn, they actually got through the king crab armor already?
Waiting
Huh.
for orders.
Wow. We don't. This is not the punch bot one. But what if we did
Roger
it
that.
anyway? Give him the pinches. Or, you know, kick him in the shins. Whatever, that works too, I guess.
Reporting critical hit. Yep. Got it.
So we could aim this shot. But I think that it's even funnier if we just
Targeting
blow it
for an
up.
alpha strike. Scored a critical hit.
I hear ya. I read you, Commander. Moving out.
Hey, bud.
Firing everything I've got. Bang! You're dead.
Yeah, the bounty hunter only sent 3 mechs, apparently. The trebuchet, the wolverine, and something else that I missed, I guess.
Warning. Armor low.
In my back. Take that personally.
Engaging physical attack.
Yeah?
Big steppy.
Understood.
Go right to the head.
Ah.
Yeah, it'll work.
Mech destroyed.
You just handed my friends a regulation ass kicking. Need something new to grip them about at our celebration party. I mean, we did headshot 2 of the pilots, so I don't think there's a lot of celebrating. We'll celebrate at their wake. It'll be great.
Mission successful.
Bastards stole all the goods, though. It's a fun little mission. I fucked up getting overconfident and letting that king crab take it all in that arm. It's a little obnoxious. Yeah, there's not like too much real wild stuff. I don't think I care too much about most of those AC pluses. Like, those UACs are the real shit that we have. Like, I don't really need to go any... I don't need to go for anything else other than that. We've got better LRMs. These are okay, but I don't feel like I'm going to need a lot of replacements for those. The actual mechs themselves sell well, so let's just sell off some good mechs. Look at the 55-tonners. Worth a little bit more, I think. Hey, Momo, good to see you. How you doing?
That mech is ready to fight, Commander.
It's a jump jetless Wolverine. Ugh, gross. Yoki getting ready for work? Fair enough. Already did my morning work. Gonna spend the rest of the day battle teching. Gotta admit, I underestimated you badly. If we're ever in conflict with each other again, I won't send you my second stringers to chew on. I'm gonna come for you myself. What happened down there is just business. No reason for any animosity. Glad you see it that way. Matter of fact, I've got a drop shuttle on the way to your location right now. Realize that your company got the short end of the stick in this situation, so I've got a little peace offering for you. Sort of a consolation prize for the losing side. Oh? Some wreckage my crew pulled from the distribution site's scrap heap. This is very generous of them. Bits and pieces, nothing major. But they tell me they've never seen anything like them before. Figured your pal Vertanen may want to look over what we found. Keep him occupied for a while at the very least. How uncharacteristically generous of you. Is it just me, or does this strike anyone else as really, really suspicious? Like, there must be a catch here, level suspicious. No catch. Just a jumble of scrap, too damaged to resell. Besides, I don't have the space for it. My crew has already scooped up as much exotic contraband as our dropship can carry. Look, you want this crap or not? I'd rather see it go to a worthy mech warrior than stay in the hands of some ivory tower shitheel. But if you're feeling antsy, I guess we could just have my people toss it in a ditch. I'll take it. Good. Wants to part ways on decent terms. Never know who you're going to get paired up with on a future gig. Catch you further down the line, Commander. It's a small galaxy, after all. Yet to get people living in the suburbs cosplaying as rural folk their bougie-ass groceries. Oof. They're not Whole Foods, right? Because that's some real bougie-ass groceries. Just suburb Kroger. Okay. See, I don't even know Kroger's either, because in Canada we have different grocery chains. Like, I go to Save On Foods. The only one that's kind of the same across is Safeway, but I don't even know if that's I don't know if our Safeways are similar to your Safeways, if that makes sense. I don't go to the US often enough, and I'm not going anytime soon. You don't have to, Doc. Look, I'm suspicious of the bounty hunter's motives, but doesn't mean I'm not excited. This scrap came from the Dobrev, ship we've already established to be full of sunshine and unicorn. Hell, I'd be surprised if my mech techs weren't sifting through it already. Whatever answers are in that crate, you'll get them. I'll bring them to you as soon as I can. Just don't get your hopes up, okay? Don't worry about us. Just focus on the task. None of us are likely to forget the bounty hunter is a nightmare of a person. Well, we're waiting for the chief's report. We should probably complete a few contracts to keep the cash flow moving in the right direction. Okay. So just a single mission and done. Huh. Safeway isn't Kroger, but they're trying. Okay. You miss Safeway. You also miss Kmart. Is Safeway in the... They're in the US, right? Yeah, Kmart is... That's like in Canada. Kind of Zellers-esque. Zellers was Target. Zellers is Target now. They got bought out. And they don't exist anymore, except that now they're trying to bring it back. I don't know. All that nightmare stuff. I was like, you guys still have to have Safeway. Like, Safeway's owned by the Catholic Church still, right? So I doubt that they're going out of business anytime soon. I gotta check that. That was still the case, right? All you have is Walmart and United. Oof. Well, maybe not. I thought they had like a big... I thought they had a lot of money tied up in Safeway, but maybe I'm wrong. It's hard to know because I guess that like... all the Catholic Church, like, they don't have to release any financial stuff because they're a charity. They just happen to, you know, have billions and billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars in assets everywhere over the world for charity. Okay, so we want to make sure we don't piss off pirates. I think that all we had were pirate ones now. Yeah, we wanted to make friends with Canopus too. So I think we're just gonna jump. Yeah, we can't go to that one because the light tonnage requirements made that a hell of a mission last time. But Operation Flattened Earth sounds like a thing we can do. I feel like we can flatten a lot of Earth.
Roger that, Commander. Course plotted.
Give an interview Thursday with a different job. Oh, nice. Hope you get it. Yeah, you were saying that you're going to maybe work somewhere more local, which is awesome.
Job's done, Commander.
Nicer to be able to work for a smaller company if you can, that's for sure. Not always, but generally. It's pretty rare that I've had a better time at a larger company. I'd like to stop at some of these black markets, but the problem is we've pissed off the pirates so much that they just... the prices are absurd. Like, getting a mech is 150 million, and that's just not happening. We actually spent like 20 million on most of a Phoenix Hawk, but I can't keep throwing money like that around. Lost a flashpoint, got a new one. You're familiar with this particular business, that should be fine. Awesome. That's pretty rad. Hope you have a lot of fun. Dr. Murad rewinds and restarts the video. The timestamp says 2:38 a.m. 7 wet, naked bodies come flying out of the new low-G pool installation and into the hall. 4 women, 3 men, all laughing and bouncing off each other. Oh, she's been rewinding and restarting that for a while, huh? Well, that was way more nudity than I was prepared to see this morning. Seriously, how am I supposed to work with these people now? At this point, Sumeyer begins cracking up. Too true. Dr. Murad is still deadly serious. Well, Commander, what are we gonna do about this? Erase it. Fuck off. Look, I'm willing to pretend I never saw this recording. We're all adults. Be honest, I'd rather a naked swim night than clean blood and teeth after another fight. Yeah. Yup. All done. Who gives a shit? Let them have fun.
Got a new
This is why we're
financial
siding with
report, Commander.
Canopus. Canopus would get it. Space Vegas understands.
Hey boss, we've just completed those upgrades.
Right. We do want to finish these up. I think this one's stupid expensive. Yeah, 2.7 million. This is real nice.
All right,
Go with
I'll
this
get the
one
team
for
on it
now.
right away.
I just realized what I'm doing. Goofy. Like, we're not actually there yet. Meanwhile, you missed the milestone we hit of 420,000 pickle points for the channel. Hell yeah. Thanks for being here for so long, Madame Adversary. Welcome to Cavalor. Appreciate your timeliness in responding to my summons. Task I have for you is sensitive matter. Alright, tell us what we're dealing with. Home to a group of seditionists, the Volkovites. Volkov fights? Volkovites? Normally, like, the OF is off, actually, so. Like, off-fights? That seems weird, though. That rolls off the tongue strange. The name was taken from their leader, charismatic woman of low birth named Persephone Volkov, who uses her platform to spit on and threaten the most deeply held traditions of the Capellan state. Those were the Chancellor's own words, mind you. Volkov's actions have left him most displeased. Yikes, if this Volkov lady has caught the Chancellor's attention, she's in for a whirl of her. That's putting it mildly. In a single speech, Persephone Volkov denounced all 3 cornerstones of Capellan culture: the Corvin Doctrine, the Sarna Mandate, and the Lorix Order. Questioning any of these texts is dangerous, but what Volkov did, well, there are behaviors that cannot be tolerated, and lines that cannot be crossed. So I don't actually know enough about the Capellans to know what these exactly are. It's like, I like the idea of we should all come together for greater humanity. Dislike the idea of to serve me specifically. For a rigid caste system. Yeah. Everything for the state, yeah. Sounds like you're asking us to kill a woman over her political beliefs. That isn't mercenary work, Lady Marina. That's murder. What? No, I mean, it's both. It's both mercenary work and murder. And we do it a lot, actually. This is authoritarianism. The Capellans are the one of this universe's, like, unfortunately kind of yellow peril groups that they had originally. And it's very much meant to be, like, authoritarian communism kind of thing, which, yeah. Not great. Because they're very much doing the everything for the state, like, oh, you should do everything for humanity, and what that means is the state is doing everything for humanity, so do everything for the state. They've twisted some stuff around, is the idea. I mean, we're kind of the war crimes crew. We do things for money. Alright, such you handle the situation swiftly and cleanly. It's an important world in the grip of a population boom, and its security is a high priority. Chancellor himself is monitoring progress. Alright. If you can rid us of them, you're gonna have to deal with the Razorback Company, the hired guns they imported from the frontier. Provides the company command and control mech. Can't be an HQ Cyclops. Come on. Give me the good one. Eliminate cripple Razorback Company and clear a path to your real target. Should be easy. Definitely want some salvage on this one if they've got an assault or two. I'm gonna switch out for the other assault too. Yeah, looks fine.
Men warriors, prepare for combat.
And I don't know that I would call it misguided nonsense from a world building perspective. There is certainly a problem with authoritarianism in a lot of stripes, and people can certainly co-opt some good causes for some nefarious ends. And I think that's more, at least in more modern times, they've really gone more that direction with it, rather than, like, evil, bad communists because communists are evil, awful people all the time, their philosophy sucks kind of thing. More that, like, okay, you know, you had the idea of we should do this for a greater humanity, and a bunch of people that really like consolidating power use that for their own ends to be the heads of that and make everybody bow to them. Which is certainly a thing that can happen. God, it's so corruption. I mean, when you look at it, all of these various factions, if you don't know Battletech stuff, they're all controlled by houses. It's basically feudalism. Like, Mariana Liao, it's House Liao, is the controlling faction of the Capellan Confederation. Like, they're interchangeable. Capellan Confederation is synonymous with House Liao. They own it. Like, that, they are essentially feudal lords in a lot of ways. So anything that you kind of have underneath that is always a little bit of bullshit for basically all of the factions. Like, all of them are very much like, yeah, this is a hereditary passing on system for everyone, essentially. Some of them will have various levels of election-type facades, but also, somehow, their houses still seem to be the ones running everything, right? Oh, the clans are super miserable. These are frontier mercenaries operating in layout space. They wouldn't be here if they weren't confident. Confident enough to do what's right. We won't let you persecute these people for rejecting your bullshit screed. Uh-oh. That was an unwise display of disrespect, Commander Ella. I encourage you to change your tone before the Chancellor orders your death as well. Petty tyrants like Maximilian Liao are a dime a dozen out on the frontier. You people don't frighten me, neither do your hired guns. As brave as she is foolish. Engage the enemy to destroy them, Commander. Liao out.
This snow reminds me of my
Well,
childhood.
yeah, no, like,
I hated my childhood.
the clans are a military faction that spun off of, like, they've spun off of the actual armed forces, and they went pure eugenics. Like, they do clone bloodlines type shit. They're real monsters.
Got it.
If anything, I'd say one of the bigger problems they did is then making some of the clans somewhat, like, not the worst, eventually, and tried to make them, like, a little more heroic in some ways for... Not all the clans, but some of the clans are kind of, like, little bit protagonists, and, they kind of shouldn't be, because they all suck. They're all real bad.
Copy that.
Location confirmed.
Battletech is one of those universes where there is nobody
Moving out.
that's really redeemable, honestly. There's very few groups that you would ever wanted to have anything to do with in real life. They're all monsters. Different stripes of monsters, but they're all monsters. It's one of the things that sucks about this universe, honestly, in some ways. I don't need, like, you know, pure as the
I'll
driven
do what I
snow
can.
protagonist kind of stuff, but there's not really a lot of people that you want to, like, side with.
On my way.
It's hard to have a universe where there's nothing that's really worth fighting for. Yeah, Clan Wolf is not as bad, but you gotta think, like, they're still doing eugenics and having a caste system and stuff. Clan Wolf is the one that they've done more redemption kind of stuff with, for sure. Same with, like, Wolverine, the not-named clan that got wiped out. Stuff like that.
I read you, Commander.
I
Moving
like
out.
a lot of, the problem with Battletech is they've got, like, a really cool setting for the actual mechs and
Got a
stuff.
sensor
And, like,
tree.
a lot of the way that they do the science of them and that technology is a lot of fun. And then a lot of the factions are, like, they're all just such shitheads that it's hard to root for any of them. It's oops all fuckers.
All weapons committed.
Like, Canopus is one of the better ones, because they're Space Vegas.
Enemy mech destroyed.
And they're just kind of like, do what you want a little bit. And that's about as best as you can get, like, open
Waiting on you,
corruption,
Commander.
kinda. But at least they let you do things without, like, outright persecuting you. Yeah, Warhammer's got a similar issue in a lot of ways, for sure.
Coordinates received.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that you can't, like some of the factions. There's some factions that I kind of gravitate to more than others, for sure.
What's up,
but
Pop?
also, like, again, just all of them are villains, though, is the thing. Like, everybody's a
Lifting
villain
off.
at some point. Probably a bit of the problem, too, of having... Like, it's kind of the comic book problem, where if you have lore that goes on long enough,
That hit something good.
everybody becomes like, you have to constantly have more drama. So you can't just always have, like, the same protagonists and things. So everybody always ends up doing a war crime at some point or whatever, right? Like...
Take this.
You get into that weird problem.
That one's gone. Mess him up. Mess him up good.
Yeah, Madame Adversary. It's... You don't need to be a shining paladin of virtue or anything, exactly. But at the same time,
Minor
yes,
damage,
being a
Commander.
deluded clown on
Nothing
puppet
to see
strings
here.
of mustache-twirling ambulatory murder factories is, kind of accurate for a lot of Battletech, unfortunately. They lean a little bit more that way than they need to.
All weapons committed. Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Dang, didn't take out the head right away. How unlucky. Wow, they just missed everything. We got lucky there. 0 hits.
Good to go.
Ready for orders.
Get up there, Mr. Pinchy. I'm gonna get out of the, yeah. I'm just gonna
Affirmative.
jump even. We'll be able to cool off afterwards, and we want to get as close as possible, because this is our close-range punch bot.
Aye, aye.
Oh. The Cyclops has LRM? Yeah, I think it actually has a LRM 10 base. Must, right?
What can I do for you? Got it.
Realized afterwards that was one of our mechs that doesn't actually have the full cold shot bonus. 5% is not how we should have done
Heading
that.
out.
You'd love to have the Mad Cat. See, like, that's the fun part of the setting for me, Twin White Tiger, is, like, the
Aye,
mechs
aye.
themselves, there's a lot of really cool, like, the actual mech kind of lore building is great. That's the fun
Gotcha.
stuff. And it's just too bad that, like, the universe isn't the worst. It's not super terrible, but it's not good. It's a weaker side of things.
Wounded.
Oh god, of course.
Light
It
damage,
begins. Dang. Taking the headshots again, as always.
Show me your war face.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Like, it's too bad that the world building is basically just okay. Or at least, like, the factions are. Because there's so much other stuff that I absolutely love about this setting. And so it's always like, oh man, but yeah, who do you side with? And I'm like,
Primary target
I don't
damage,
know, nobody. Nobody, I guess.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Probably the best that you can do, honestly, and that's the fun part of this game most of the time, is if you want, you can kind of be, like, with a mercenary group that goes around and just saves people, like, and not saves people necessarily, like, you kind of do, you know, do a little Robin Hoodie kind of thing, Like, yeah, I'm kind of in it for my own money and for myself, but also, I'm not going to be the War Crimes Factory guys. We're kind of like, hey, we're looking for the little guys. Which is why this one's also set in the periphery, because the periphery is a little more like that. There's like a lot of kind of small, tiny like factionless kind of states and stuff like that. Jump Cable Mad Cat is your definite favorite of mechs. Oh, there was such a cool Mad Cat posted in the Discord for painting. Just incredible job on it. Let me pull it up. Look at this. Ghidorah posted this up a little while ago. Somebody did a very anime Mad Cat. I can't imagine how they managed to paint the tiny little figure on top of it, because these are very, very small. Oh, hello? There we go. That'll work. Look at that. Look at that. That's sick. That's so good. Wait. Whoa. Christiana Storm was the one that did this? Like, look at the water basin even. Like, the effects of the water, like, going around the legs. That's her VTuber model as a figure up top. Fuck. That's despicable. I hate that. You can't be that good. You can't be that good and come around here. That makes me look bad. Don't make me look that bad. I think it's so goddamn sick. It's so sick. Like, look at the water effect. That's so good. Goddamn. Goddamn. I'm mad. Now I'm even more angry. People aren't allowed to be talented. I'm not talented. How do other people get it?
Mission successful.
Seeing stuff like that makes you want to paint. It is painstaking. I mean, I did do my own. I showed them off a little while ago. I have some basing still to do on them. And by that, I mean, I still need to do all of the basing on them. But I was pretty proud of at least the jeweling on the cockpit ended up looking really good on this one. Which is kind of like shading it in to look like it's got light on it, even when there's not. So I got my guys. I put on some, like, heat vents on the back. It's too bad that I need to get my actual cameras out and take some real macros of these, because they actually look pretty good in real life. For my first ever paints, they felt pretty good. Yeah, it's time and lots of practice. I know the real answer is it's a lot of practice, but I don't want to do it. I don't have time to practice that much. Part of it is also, like, my hand, I did break my hand real bad, my left hand, so it's not easy for me. And, like, my shoulder's messed up, so leaning over the desk is also bad that way. So it's, like, non-stop problems for trying to do that kind of thing.
That mech is ready to
Yeah,
fight.
doing blocks of the same troops has got to be a little bit... Ugh. Just doing it over and over and over. Yeah. I can see why that would be not fun. I did it... Those are the Cavaliers that I did. They're in those colors. But, like, I'm going to try and do other ones in different company colors, because I don't want to have to do them all the same. That doesn't feel interesting, like you said. I'd really like to get, for this big Omega that I have, like this 3D printed one that I won, because it's just massive. This thing is a prototype that essentially never saw... Like, this is the fun part of the lore of the world, is they do a good job of, like, getting into the specifics on mechs and making them fun and interesting. This thing was a prototype that is obsolete 2 years out of its creation because it's way too goddamn big. Just an over-engineered pile of shit. And so I wanted to have it, like, it was also 3D printed, so there is a little bit of, like, a chip on one of the guns already. And I'm like, oh god, if I can actually set it up so that I want to paint it almost... Kind of, honestly, I hate to say this, but like that Cybertruck gray. But because it's off the production line and it hasn't been painted, is the idea, right? Which is why those things look like fucking trash. And why they just immediately rust away, too. And kind of do it that way, like it had just come off the line and it hasn't been fully finished. And then, like, put some, like, battle damage kind of rust and stuff on that and some other areas of it. Because, like, a couple little imperfections here and there. And make it look like it's just been, like... Oh, somebody, like, dug it out of a warehouse somewhere, and it's kind of, like, half-rusted and everything. We'll see if I can do that. That sounds like a fuck ton of pain. I mean, if you decided that your mechs that get painted are going to just be whatever colors feel good in the moment, and they'll just have pirates. Yeah. Yeah. Being hailed by Commander Razorback Company. Looks like she wants to parlay. If she wants to talk, we can talk. Sure. So, you're Commander Paul. Under any other circumstances, I'd be honored to speak with you. You're developing quite a reputation on the frontier. Is this a social call, or was there something you actually wanted to discuss? A little of both, actually. Look, Commander, you're on the wrong side of this scenario, full stop. Our clients aren't hurting anybody. They don't deserve what you're about to rain down on them. I feel for them, but the Capellan state takes a dim view of sedition, and your clients cross the line. Maybe so, but they don't deserve to die for it. Look, Commander, the Volkovites aren't even dissidents. They're a local religion, sort of a folk revivalist movement. The public slander your client told you about was a sermon delivered in a Volkovite church to a Volkovite audience. It isn't like they were shouting through megaphones in a public square. And they were talking loud enough to catch the Chancellor's attention. Bad idea. Well, it'd be a bad idea anywhere. Feel for your clients, but they should have known better. Maybe so. The fact is, House Liao wants my clients dead, and it's paying you to pull the trigger. If you follow through, you'll be wiping them out over a few passages and a couple books. Are you okay with that? Because I wouldn't be. Alright, what are you proposing? The Capellans already hate us anyway. Pirates are also good because you can give them goofy names. My idea with painting them in, like, the Canopus colors is I kind of like the Canopus group, but also I was like, I paint them that way because I thought the colors looked cool and they're an actual unit, but they don't have to be that unit. Like, my thought was also... If I want to have them, like, mix and match and stuff, I can just be like, oh yeah, like, I had a bunch of pirates that raided a facility and stole those mechs, right? Like, it's fine. I always kind of... Again, I like this universe most when you're, like, pirates or mercs. That's the fun side of it. Siding with any of these main factions is like, they're all different flavors of asshole, so you might as well make your best flavor that you can, like, on your own. If we break our contract, our reputation with House Liao is going to go in the toilet. They already hate us. I can't dispute that. You're taking a risk. From one mercenary candidate to another, it's the right thing to do. And trust me, you can give anybody goofy names in this universe. That's one of the other things that I think they've done a good job with, in the more modern context of Battletech, is they are willing to just be, like, kind of goofy with it. Not, like, full-on comedy or anything. They don't have the, Warhammer orcs or anything, but you can definitely just do... I mean, look, like, everybody is, like, Sawtooth, Eliathi, like, they're all dumb call sign shit. Like, everybody's got a stupid nickname. Never mind, you said that when Chancellor Liao has Naskarova agents strangle us in our sleep. You were the one that said that we shouldn't do this in the first place. Now we're doing it for the right reasons. Now you're still mad. You wanted to make a unit and call the Black Panther? Nice. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, is you can do whatever unit you want, right? Like, that's why... That's the cool thing here, is being able to sit here and, like... What colors do I want? What name do I want? I don't know, whatever the fuck you want. Have fun with it. I do love that they full-on go for the, like, here's your mini paints and everything in this, too. It's a good little UI. I'm actually kind of curious. Are any of these emblems actually units? They might be. I wanted to see... Yeah, I mean, there's definitely Torian, like House Steiner, Kurta, like Davian, all that kind of stuff. I was curious if they had, like, the cross snowshoes of the group that I was doing. Looks like they do not. I can't imagine the, like, Canopy Cavaliers are particularly, the Canopus Cavaliers are a particularly well-known group in a way.
I'm detecting elevated levels of sodium triphosphate in our starboard water reservoir.
That shouldn't be happening. I'll be right there.
Yeah, the Bounty Hunters is near the bottom, yeah. Oh, actually, should probably train up some people first.
Waiting for orders.
Got our headshot that we took. Cool.
Training confirmed, Commander.
Aye.
Mech Warrior training complete.
What do you need?
I'm ready.
I hear ya.
Is that our last person that needs call shot mastery? Sure
Training
is.
complete.
Okay. Yeah, so now we've just got, like, full-on, just despicable people. This is... Madame Adversary earlier was like, holy shit, nice shot. That's kind of the thing, is once you get this call shot mastery, you have, like, a
Training confirmed,
17% chance to hit the head. And one of the things with this game is that every head is the same amount of armor, no matter the size of the mech. So when you get, like, oh hey, here's a little guy, just a 50-tonner, right? It's only 50 tons compared to, like, the big 100-ton mechs. 45 armor, 16 structural damage in the head. Okay, here's our heavy armored 100-ton mech. 45 armor, 16 in head. So if you pop a head, that's just it, and they're all the same. So this mech is no more dangerous than this mech if you just take the head out. It actually is a little game-breaking, just a little. House Liao sent a detachment of mech to finish your job for you. Unfortunately, Razorback Company is in no position to deal with them. See, like, the Compellans... See, look, this is the thing. We're already at loathed, right? We're enemies of this faction. They hate us almost as much as they can possibly hate us. We're good. They had to know we'd betray them. Swap those. Yeah, looks good.
Mech Warriors, prepare for combat.
So what are you doing? Do you color your own mechs then, Twin White Tiger? Do you play in real life at all? You played but never painted anything. Fair. I probably wouldn't have either. Like, I would honestly, I'm one of those people that I'd be totally fine with them being pre-painted. But everyone around me, like, I've shown off the local group a few times before. They do another game, like, they do a bunch of other games, like, tons of different tabletop war games, and they do things like a game called Full Spectrum Dominance, and one of the weeks that I went out really recently, I think it was last Tuesday, actually, might have been 2 weeks ago, they pulled out, like, these big ships that they had, like this, and they had done LEDs underneath the entire bottom of it that were, like, strobe lights and everything, and, like, they wired it all up and all that shit. Like, they go incredibly hard for a lot of them. And I'm like, I can't be the only person with a pile of gray. I can't do it. So I had to do a little bit of something. One of those. It ends up being, there's a lot more money than I wanted to spend, and definitely a lot more time, but it does feel good to have them custom at the end of things. It's just a lot of work.
Everyone,
We need to come
stay
through this
frosty.
enough to be able to escort them afterwards. We're doing consecutive drops.
Understood.
This is a 4 skull. I do have to
Moving
pay
out.
attention here.
Roger that, Commander.
You did find out that you like the Wolverine mech. Wolverines are real good. Wolverines are real good. I've been a pretty big fan of the Wolverine I've run at
Don't need to tell me twice.
locals.
Affirmative, Commander.
They're just very beefy for their size. They're beefy for their size, they're moderately fast, they're just kind of good at everything. Yeah, like, they have a good weapon set, exactly. Like, they've got good armor, a good weapon set, and a, like, really decent for their size move speed, so, like, they're just good across the board. Hey, Dragon Cat! Good to see you. How you doing? See if we can just take out the head here. We were just talking about painting up mechs and stuff. Ooh, I'd rather take out that Warhammer than the Quick Draw, though.
All
Hello.
weapons committed.
Oh, also, Madame Adversary, since you were talking about it. See, look, there's another headshot. This
Enemy
particular
mech
mech
destroyed.
is often considered one of the best mechs in this game. It's pretty fucking broken. Because it has the ability to double the chances
Picking
of
up a
head
new
hits.
sensor trace. Looks like enemy
So how I
reinforcements.
said that I've got like 17-18% chance to hit heads, this one has 35-36%. It's fucked up. It hits heads
Ready to
non-stop.
rock.
It just ends mechs like that constantly. At a certain point you kind of need it, because you'll notice we're fighting double the numbers over and over. But it's nasty. It's real nasty.
Yep.
Doing good, tired, how am I? I'm doing great. I'm a little worn out myself, but I had a long weekend. But I had a lot of fun on the weekend too, because part of it was I had a lot of work, but we also had my wife's birthday, so we had a lot of fun there. And I'm excited to do Battletech tonight in real life, so I'm going to some locals. We've been doing a campaign, last person standing. It'll be my second week doing it. It should be real good.
Good to go. Uh-huh.
big gun. Surprised that he survived that, actually. Oh, never mind.
Gotcha!
Alright, yep. Yeah, that AC-20, that UAC-20 plus 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 is a walking nightmare. I am getting this Marauder out of there fast.
Warning. Armor low.
Yup. I got you. Now let's see how you handle this.
Really hoping that we get something through armor on that one. Alright, not bad. Any more LRM? Yeah. Yeah, the cataphracts are pretty tanky.
Show me your war face.
It's also got the, it had the guarded bonus, so it was getting like 40% reduction in damage. Certainly an issue. That being said, you say that they're tanky, but we did fire 600 damage off of just the Annihilator at it, so kind of hoping that I'd get something through. Since that cataphract's already really fucked up, I can probably end it fast. Let's do this.
All weapons
Like
committed.
33% chance to hit heads just means that
Enemy mech
over and
destroyed.
over. I want to get this Marauder out of there, but I'm also trying real desperately. One of the best ways for us to do that is get rid of the 2 spotters that are here, right? If those things can't see us,
Confirmed.
they can't throw their missiles at us.
What do you need?
Could go heads again. Could also just go torso and blow it away. That is AC ammo. In tabletop, hitting the ammo like that would mostly destroy the mag.
Hostile removed.
There we go. Now they have to actually come up and engage us to do any more damage. And that means we can get the Marauder down into like the tree line here.
Let's hit him hard.
Yeah. As much as I'd like to get rid of that, I mean, I guess, could do this. Well, shit. I did the risky thing that I said I wasn't going to, and immediately got punished for it. Guess we're head hitting this boy. Woo!
Enemy mech destroyed.
Marauder just kill, kill, kill. God, it's so busted.
What are your orders, Skipper? 10-4.
Yeah?
There's something else firing some LRMs, because I couldn't be just that trebuchet. Guessing... Well, this one has LRM 5, but... Definitely seemed like there was more than that. I'm wondering if they have, like, a catapult in the background or something. Maybe an archer? Do I like the Marauder 2C? Like the big assault version? I haven't actually played it in real life. I had it played against me once. So I don't have, like... I'm pretty new to actual tabletop. So I'm not sure how to feel about it
Roger.
yet. It's interesting. The Marauder is one of my favorite ones just because it's got such a cool profile, and I got introduced to BattleTech through this game mostly, so it's like kind of iconic to me. It feels so busted.
Attacking from position.
Even though in actual tabletop it is not even a tenth as fucked up as it is here, right?
I hear ya. Moving fast.
Mess him up. Mess him up good.
Yep. Oh, that's more than acceptable. As long as they're not hitting that Marauder again. The Annihilator can take a ton of damage. All the rest of them can. The Marauder's, I mean, it's still fine. Like, I mean, that's only just barely gray, but at the same time, it's definitely the one that's been taking damage so far. Oh, hey, it was a rifleman. Okay, huh. So it was just the LRM-5. I thought there was, like, at least another 10. Anyway.
All weapons committed.
Bye. What? That wasn't two-headed? Oof. Didn't quite kill them. Real close. How do you like the Marauder QC? I had to fight a Griffin 2C
Warning.
last week.
Armor low.
The Clan Griffin is pretty gross. Oh, that's... Oh, God, I didn't notice there was, like, dark water. I can't actually move forward from there. Dang.
You got it.
It's a good mech. Since you like the Mad Cat so much, I have to assume you kind of like the Marauder, at least.
Affirmative.
Waiting for orders.
Yep. I'll do what I can. Firing.
Waiting on you, Commander.
I love this big jumpy king crab. This thing is so goofy. Putting jump jets on an assault mech always feels so fun. Oh my god. Oh. This game is so satisfying in that way. They really make like the
Did you see that?
UAC-20
Did you
feel
see
like a goddamn nightmare. That bass and thump is so good.
Do they think they can hurt me? Show me your war face.
Daka, daka, daka. Unlike in tabletop, we'd actually be able to shoot that thing underwater. In tabletop, it would just sink underwater. We wouldn't be able to do anything to it.
Yup.
Yeah?
Ready to rock.
What can I do for you?
It would be risking a flooded engine in tabletop. It sure would.
Taking the high road.
Don't want to have a higher chance hitting that UAC-20.
Time to die. Bang! You're dead.
Ooh, we chain reaction the hell
do you
out of that
need?
thing.
Got it.
Here, let's do a fun thing. Let's take out both legs instead.
Acknowledged.
To be fair, this thing is throwing out enough damage that it probably destroys both legs and the rest of the entire mech.
That one's gone.
Impressive work, Commander. Should make evacuating the Volkovites a lot easier. Ooh, doubled our old contract rates. Hell yeah. You're compelling yourself, aren't you, Mr. Vertani? Born and raised. I never really bought into the whole state above all thing. I think deep down, most of us don't. Let's save the small chat for later, eh? We got Persephone and her people off planet. House Liao is bound to have another kill team.
Mission successful.
Yeah, in tabletop they got wise to people just being like, we had somebody in chat talk in the Discord rather, sorry, chatting about that the other week of like the strategies that they've preempted at this point of, well, what if I just put a bunch of support stuff on this one mech and basically sink it to the bottom of the lake and then nobody can touch it and all the rest of my mechs have like a whole bunch of extra ECM and stuff. It's like, most of those don't work if you're underwater and everybody else is above water. They stopped that. They were like, wait a minute. Should we not allow that? We should not allow that, right? No, if Yang's saying that on comms, we can maybe pick up the contract on him next. God. Just toss Yang out the airlock. There you go. A million seabells from House Liao. Thank you.
That mech you asked for is cleared for fighting.
I don't think I care about a Zeus. It's not bad, but we have a lot of not bad. It's one of the lighter assaults. And once you're in assaults, you kind of just want to go heaviest assaults. Well, let's bring all of our untouched mechs into this next one that's consecutive deployment. Dang, how will we ever survive? I was making jokes like that because it feels like we're past danger in some ways on one of the more recent streams. And then we did that light tonnage requirement one for the Marik Alliance and got our asses absolutely wrecked. So yeah, I gotta pay a little attention sometimes. We can't just assume that it'll be easy. Yeah, like an Atlas, exactly. I mean, we've got the King Crabs, we've got the Annihilator. I haven't found a good Atlas yet, which is funny. I'm really hoping that I can find a Royal Atlas. If I can find the SLDF version of the Atlas, it'd be nice. I'm sure you can still find a way to injure my pilot. Oh, injuring them! Yeah, that's easy. We already have one that's got a headshot today. Good to see you, Loaf. It's me. Of course we're taking headshots. Both giving and receiving. Like, the only mech that I didn't have injury resistance in, because it's got the comm system, we took a headshot. We're on it. But where will Razorback Company be while we're doing all the heavy lifting? We're licking our wounds. You gave us an ass kicking, if you remember. Yeah. Kicked the ever-loving shit out of us. We're in no condition to run escort duty. Fair enough. Yep.
I'll do what I can.
Okay, so we pick them up from there, and then
Ah, we got company.
probably head over this way. Giving headshots is much better than receiving, yes. I generally like to be a giver. It's true. I'm a very giving person. Oh, there's one there. 60 ton. So far, rifleman and whatever this is kinda tied for threats.
All weapons committed.
See, I'm very big on giving.
Enemy mech destroyed.
That's why I don't always take the Marauder. It kind of starts
Skipper.
feeling like cheating. Point
Dead
back at
fool.
head, blow head off. Rinse, repeat.
Firing.
He's dead, Jim.
Damage minimal.
We have done a
Waiting
lot
on
of
you,
he's
Commander.
dead, Jim, today, that's for sure. Gave 3 headshots in the last mission
Ready?
alone.
Set.
It does help in a pinch.
Time
Problems.
to die.
I mean, it's so strong. Dang.
Yeah? Roger. Firing. Badass. Let's hit him
Just a jump
hard.
jet. They did okay. Came out alright from that. Flamer me, will you? Alright, we're gonna go into the woods. And I think we even just headshot this Vulcan.
All weapons committed. Enemy mech destroyed.
Yeah, quick draw gets to go, but the only good targets are these heavies. Or, well, sorry, assaults. Oh, oh, you're coming. You approach me.
What can I do for you?
Well,
Coordinates received.
bad time.
Here we go.
You
Dead.
can't walk.
You're dead.
You cannot walk near that king crab.
your orders,
You
Skipper.
fool.
You got it. Accuracy through volume of fire. Ha! You like that?
Yep.
The accuracy through volume of fire line is kind of funny when it's on the Cyclops, the mech in our group that has by far the least firepower and the least weapons. This is accuracy through volume of fire. Jesus.
Mess him up. Mess him up good.
That's not a gun. This is a gun. Man. I'm actually gonna move
Let's
some
move.
of these close right away. We'll move them ahead. These guys are so slow. let our Marauder bring them up.
Confirmed.
Got it.
I'm
The
rolling.
Cyclops isn't bad, but the King Crab is slow as hell. There. Probably like park an Annihilator and like Cyclops up here, Marauder somewhere around the same area, and the King Crab can just go wherever.
Yup.
Nothing can stop the Pinchy Boy. He's got to be down
Copy
a
that,
little
Commander.
closer too. He's so slow, and he needs to be really close. Why we mounted jump jets on him, it does make him a little bit more maneuverable. The vehicle movement in this is kind of goofy too. I love that they, like, look at the end of this. They just fishtail back and forth on and off the road for no reason at the end. Kind of funny.
Uh-huh.
Affirmative, Commander.
Right, give me 30 seconds. I just want to put on some hand lotion. It's been very cold here in Canada. We've been going through a cold snap where it's been like -20 to -30 every day Celsius, and I need to... When it's like that, there's like no humidity, so my hands are just shredding. I'll be 2 seconds. There we go. Ah, a little better. Give me some relief. Well, that... oh, that lotion sound. Give everybody some real weird ASMR. Everybody loves moist hands. Let me tell you, you don't like dry hands.
Got it.
They've been hitting some slopes and shredding some POW. I'm real sad. I've wanted to go skiing for a few years again, and I just haven't been able to. I had a set of skis that I got a long time ago, but I haven't used them in like 5 years.
I read you, Commander.
I only have
Moving
been
out.
out since COVID. I was never I'm not like a great skier. I've been doing like black diamonds and stuff a few times. Probably wouldn't attempt
I'm
that
there.
anymore because I haven't been doing it in so long, but it's so fun to do. I just haven't had a chance. We're right near the mountains, so it's only like an hour and a half for us. There's like lots of cheap kind of local ski places. It's not stupid expensive. Oh, what are you guys doing? What are you doing? Just wait.
Stabilizing. Engaging coolant system.
On it.
On my way.
And then I guess we're just waiting with everybody for a while. You probably do snowboarding over skiing. I'm very bad at balancing that kind of thing. It always feels, I don't know, I don't like the feel of being sideways like that. It seems strange. My wife, when she goes, she has a snowboard that she got, like, again, a very long time ago. And she's tried learning every once in a while. Hasn't really had a chance to actually learn. It's a lot harder to do to snowboard than to ski. You can do some cooler stuff on skis in my mind. I don't know. That's my opinion. You can do
Heading
some
out.
real... Snowboarding is, like, harder,
You
and in that
betcha.
way it's kind of cooler, but, like... Man, the things that you can do on skis... Real neat.
Stabilizing. Engaging coolant system.
Easier to get around, easier to do a lot of things. Oh my god, these guys are really just giving me a lot of pain. Please just drive down the road. Please just drive down the road. I'm
Good for
begging
now.
you.
Cooling down a bit.
Just, you know, down the road like you do. Oh my god, like, what is that last second turn?
Got it. Venting heat.
It's really funny when you get, like, we have a clip of that, actually, of one of them just getting to here for the escort zone, and we were, like, very desperately almost failing, like, a big flashpoint mission, and all three of them had made it in, and you had to get all of them in, and then the last one went, woo, made it to, like, here, and then went, woo, and just stopped. I'm like, god damn it, like, god damn it. Just drive straight ahead, you fucking moron. Yo, did you see a donut? Check this out. You ever seen a tank do this? Because that was the mission where we had multiple deployments and we'd lost the mech right at the beginning. So we only had like 2 or 3 left for the last mission. We still pulled it out. But it was
Managing
really
heat.
close because of this stupid driving.
All right, but I'm itching to go.
Like that. Yep. I could get in the zone where I'm safe, or I could do some sweet fishtailing. You were making a dumb joke about me saying my hands were shredding. No, I understand. I can use that as a segue. I can make conversation. I'm allowed.
Holding and cooling.
Seditions are not the only ones who've roused the Chancellor's ire, mercenary dog. See for yourself what your disloyalty has wrought.
You're in position, Commander. Hold your ground until the package is on its way.
Ooh, a bunch of 75-tonners, huh? Not assaults, but the big heavies. Oh, I'm getting the feel the AI is not going to know to use the road here either. They're going to get stuck in this little bowl. Just watch. I just know. Oh, this is going to be very stupid. Just wait a second.
Standing by.
See if I'm right. Yup. This is the shortest path. Every once in a while, this game does not handle pathing well.
Full throttle.
I've seen this map have this problem before. Everybody just wants to go right into this zone that they just can't get out of. Ooh, an Orion.
Now let's see how you handle this.
No head hits, though.
I hear ya. No sweat.
I'm gonna let the King Crab go over here and take these two out.
What do you need?
Try and hide behind this ridge. Wait for next turn. Okay. You guys all actually evacuate properly. Let's see. Almost.
Objective secured.
God, I was joking. Don't actually almost fuck up. I can't believe that it almost didn't do it. The enemy's probably get a free turn of movement, but they're gonna just, like, look at this. Yep. The AI does not know how to handle that.
Standing by.
So, like, they think they can get up this way, and they can't. I think that, like, the game has labeled this area as walkable as far as, like, the AI pathing goes. But it's not actually.
Confirmed.
Good to go. Got it.
Yep. Understood. Copy that. That one's gone.
Was this the Orion that we already shot? No, this one's full. Hey! They figured out a spot where they could shoot at us. Good for them. Oh my god.
Skipper.
Oh, good thing we have that cockpit adjustment.
Locking off. All weapon systems.
That looked like a head. Yep.
Full throttle.
This is what my disloyalty has wrought. The high ground.
I'm losing armor bad.
All weapons committed.
know
orders.
that. So we could do something really funny. So we can't move up and punch, but how good will it be
Affirmative.
to rear armor this Thunderbolt with the King Crab? Okay. I was
Stay
like,
down.
how the fuck did that thing live? But yes, alright. Do they know that there's a king crab next to them? Interesting.
Warning. Armor low.
The AI on this map is
Aye, aye.
really struggling.
All weapons, fire. Let's hit him hard. Hostile removed.
You've saved us from extermination, Commander, and you've done so at great personal cost. Know that I'll never forget it. Well, I mean, you did double our rate, so that seems okay. Yeah, you know where to reach us if your church ever needs some killing.
Mission successful.
Next time you got a schism, we're there. Have you heard of this Blake guy? Right. I didn't get to negotiate this salvage one. I think I'd rather have the plus 10 damage lasers than any of the mechs. We can always use the money, but those lasers are hard to replace. They're nice. I won't mince words, Commander. Turning against our forces and expediting the Volkite's secret retreat, plunged a knife into my back. And you did it as the Chancellor was watching. This is a betrayal, plain and simple. And those who betray House Liao suffer the consequences. If you'd been honest with us about who we were hunting. No, she was. She was. Truly don't understand, do you, Mr. Oliveira? When you accept a job for House Liao, you accept that the Chancellor's word is the only truth you need to know. When you took our contract, you agreed to our terms. If you can't understand that, you have no business running a mercenary company. Is there a way you can make this right? With your deaths, nothing can undo the choice that you made. Perhaps, if you tell me where the Volkovites went, I could be convinced to refrain from blacklisting you. Do this and you may earn my trust again, eventually, if you're lucky. God, this is a real dick move, just constantly doing that. Wow. No deal. Then our business is done. That was rough. There's no option to lie. I mean, I feel like refusing is basically the same. Lying's not going to do anything else. I was half expecting the official Liao response to come in the form of a handful of anti-ship missiles. Getting a chat was pretty pleasant surprise. Yeah, realistically, if we did that to House Liao, they'd probably just destroy us in space. Like, fuck it, we don't even need to kill your mechs. We'll just hit you now. Oh, good. Another full king crab. I don't think I need a third king crab.
That mech you asked
2
for
mil
is
also.
cleared for fighting. That mech you wanted is back online. That mech is ready to fight, Commander.
But what about Pinch Lance? Okay, I won't sell it immediately. You know what? You're selling me. You're selling me, but I'm not gonna... I won't ready it yet. I'll think about that. Oh, man. Speaking of, actually... Just thinking about this. Just how much I love my, like, laser boats. This is one of the commandos I was running, by the way. This is one of the mechs I was running in my real-life campaign last week. Look at this commando. It's literally, it's not, I thought that at first I was like, oh, I can't run this because I don't want to run named mechs because those are almost always mechs that are a specific, like, legendary figures mech. But this one has just got that nickname because it's a fucking mess. The Blazing Inferno 2 Commando. So, I mean, light mech, 25 tons, right? Like, one of the lightest mechs you can have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ER small lasers, 4 ER medium lasers, and then one little baby small laser just for extra. A lot of them are in the legs, too, which is great. It's got a ton of leg lasers because they just couldn't fit them anywhere else. This thing rules. It's so bad. Well, it's not bad, actually. Like, it's kind of rad. 1,000 battle value for a very, very tiny mech. It's pretty great. I had a lot of fun with this last time. It builds 31 heat off of its weapons a turn, and it can only sink 22. So right away, it has what's called TSM, which is Triple Strength Myomer, which is what these numbers are to make it faster. So when it heats up, it actually does, like, more damage for punching, and also can walk and run a little bit further. And it immediately hits it by doing it. Yeah, it's a TSM mech. It immediately hits TSM by alpha striking. If it alpha strikes, then it immediately heats up enough to use TSM. That thing was so fun to use. It was great. It was real good. Yeah, my lance that I had last week, I called Hot Knife because it was a hatchet man, that commando that runs really fast, and a vindicator that also runs really hot and has a sword and has TSM. And then my Thunderbolt that got blown the hell up. Very sad. Tragically. Well, well, well. We got a whole lot of Davian stuff to do here. To make sure that none of them are against actual pirates. Yeah, it looks good. Oh, this is an escort? Those are long. I need to get going fairly soon because I gotta make supper for my wife. I'm gonna make traditional spaghetti. I've got some cherry tomatoes and everything. It's gonna be awesome. Defend base. Actually, screw it. We'll do the escort. It's fine. We are, however, going to take off a lot of these slower mechs and run our Royal Griffin. I never get to run this Hunchback either. It's so slow. It's not really worth it over a lot of the bigger mechs, but just for fun. I haven't run the Warhammer. Oh god, everything right. We're Badlands though. It's gonna be so hot. You can run an Archer. I haven't run this Oni in a long time. I always say Oni. Orion, you know what I mean. Same thing. I guess we could run the Warhammer. I guess. We could also just run the Marauder again. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, looks good.
Men warriors, prepare for combat.
Yeah, if I do the full pinch lance, I'll definitely get a clip of Crab Rave. Big Max thump thump thump. Weapons online. Reactors online. Like all systems nominal. I might still have like a regular crab too. I could maybe do pinch lance already. I might have a regular crab in the hold somewhere. I really wanted to beat that. Very early on, we actually lost a flashpoint, which I think it's the only one that we failed, besides that Marik Alliance one that was just a total nightmare. And that was with Big Steel Claw, where there's like a almost like a WWE wrestler kind of figure that's running a crab, and he has his mech is Big Steel Claw. So like I kind of want to go back and do that one if I can find it, so we can get that mech. It's a unique crab. Big Steel Claw! Yeah.
This
Alright.
whole planet could use an air conditioner.
Steal all of these wonderful vehicles. You did horrible, horrible things to him in that flashpoint. See, we got headshot and lost our pilot, so that was less good. We also decided to do the honorable thing and fight him one-on-one, and he went, "Ha, idiot, I'm not going to do that," even though I lied. I was going to, but now I'm not.
Uh-huh.
That ended up about as well for us as you'd think. You fought him one-on-one? Sure. You probably didn't do it in your first, like, I don't know, 6 months or whatever of the campaign. It was real early. Yeah, he had a Centurion with 3 SRM 6+++ and some other weapon. Yeah, we had nothing like that.
Roger.
Let's leave the Archer up on that ridge. Same thing with the Warhammer.
On my way.
Griffin can go and knock on their door and get them out.
Got it. Venting heat.
Where would we have to go after this? So that's an edge. So probably... God, there's not like a road out of there too much. Like this way, I guess? There's nothing that looks really road except kind of this, but it goes right into the water, so I don't know. No.
Coordinates received. Good to go.
Engaging jump jets.
Managing.
Bravo squad, Argo actual, ready to move? Roger, Argo. Good news, the Demolisher's armed. Hell yeah. Okay, it needs maintenance, sure. Oh, they're... Oh, no, I should've... Oh, I should've seen the landing pad over here. Fuck. Well...
Waiting for orders.
Shit. Time to book it, I guess. At least the Griffin can keep up pretty easily. The Archer's LRM boat, so it's not too bad.
Heading out.
The Orion here is not gonna be able to catch up super easy. Even the Warhammer has jump jets though, so that should be okay. Can see, but couldn't shoot. I was gonna say, I figured that's out of range. We're mostly short-range missiles.
What do you need?
Ready to rock.
Well, that's not making anything.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Can at least see them. Oh. Actually, they did move into range.
Engaging jump jets.
The SRM streaks are nice. Yeah, I have some streak SRM on tabletop right now. There's no streaks in this game, though.
All weapons committed.
But yeah, the streaks basically, if you don't get a lock, for those that don't know what that means,
Detected.
if you don't actually hit, they don't use any ammo. It basically counts as like target locks. It's great. They're
I
real
hear
good.
ya. Ready, set.
Want to talk about like some of my favorite looking mechs? The Warhammer is way up
Yep.
there also. God, I love the look of the Warhammer. It's so cool. There's something really iconic about it to me.
This should be...
You only get a little bit of the confusion of going,
Score
I really
critical
love
hit.
Warhammer, when you're sitting down at a wargaming table.
Enemy detected.
Warhammer with Gauss is very good. And I tend to like them more with energy weapons because that's their bonus, right? Like they've got those optimized capacitors in here. If you're talking about real life, like, I keep saying real life, but like, if you're talking about tabletop, then yeah, definitely.
Engaging jump jets. Engaging target.
Let's hit him hard.
Enemy mech destroyed.
It's funny how much more devastating falling over is in tabletop too. Like going from this game and being like, yeah, falling over is, oh, come on. Falling over is not great, but it's not the worst. And then you do this and it's like, oh my, then you play tabletop and it's like, oh my god. falling over is
Yeah?
nightmare situation
What are your
a
orders,
lot of the
Skipper?
times.
10-4.
Like, it can be really bad here, but it is 10 times worse than tabletop. It's falling over, it does actually deal you damage.
What can I do for you? Got it.
Can't remember what we even have in this thing. Large lasers and pulses. Okay. Right. Your assault mech can land on its ammo bin and explode. Oh my god, that was incredible. Sick.
What do you need?
You can fail standing up and explode. Oh yeah, yeah. We've had more than a couple times where people have tried to stand up, fallen on their heads, and crushed their head and killed their pilot. It's very bad to fall in tabletop. Good to see you, by the way, Hitman. How you doing? And it's probably worse than this because of the called shot. But, like, you can't fail standing up. And there's a lot of times where it gets very hard to stand up in tabletop. Like, you're kind of right about, like, the called shot makes it a bit worse than this in some ways. But also, in tabletop, like, trying to... When the mech falls over, it's almost useless. And standing up is extremely dangerous in a lot of situations. So a lot of times you just end up being like, well, the mech's not dead, but it might as well be. I think that's kind of the issue. Because, like, your opponent never has to do anything ever again to that mech half the time. Like, if they got, like, a hip actuator hit or something, or, like, gyro, god, having, like, a gyro hit and then trying to stand up, like, I'll just let you try and stand. Go ahead. Like... Yes, roads are good in this instead of being a skid risk, which is funny.
Special delivery!
Yeah, like, gyro hits will absolutely fuck you. Like, that's the thing, is there's so many ways that you fall in tabletop that, like, yeah, forget trying to stand with a broken leg, exactly.
Yep.
Like, there's so many ways that you fall in tabletop that you just don't recover. There's just nothing to do at that point.
Roger that, Commander.
You can kind of, like, prop your mech up on an arm and try and shoot.
Copy that.
But if the objective is away from you and everybody just leaves you alone,
Yeah?
you can't really do much anymore at a certain point. Whereas in this, like, no matter what's happened, you can always stand. So in that way, I mean, like, it can be a lot worse than this. Or a lot worse than tabletop than in this.
That one's gone.
Yes, running and turning on pavement. That's the skid risk, yeah. Yeah, that's the roads thing. Like, it's very funny how on this, it's like, oh man, roads? Roads are great. You want to run on roads. And in tabletop, it's like, do not run on roads. You will skid your mech out and fall over.
I got you.
You betcha!
Yeah, you can do some very funny domino chains, yeah. Well, we had the event a while ago where I won that really, really big mech, where everybody brought a single assault and it was a fight to the end. And our goal ended up going into, like, this city. Everybody everybody like ran into this city, into this tiny little spot, and was like doing this circle firing squad. And I'm on the outside trying to go fast enough to get in there because I'm in just an old awesome that was just really slow. And I'm like taking pot shots at everybody when I can. And I'm basically uninjured. Like I had 0 hits on me, actually. Not basically. I had not taken any hits, which is why I ended up winning. Got close. And as I run up, there's a river that was blocking my path, and I'd have to like go around and skid on pavement anyway. So I'm like, fine, whatever. And I walked into the water, tripped, fell, and everybody was still alive when my mech fell into the water. And then I stood up in a turn, and there was like 3 of the 6 mechs were destroyed, and there was an agent that we were trying to get that had the keys to the really big mech that we were fighting over, this boy. And my mech goes towards the city, falls into the water, and then stands up as the agent from one of the destroyed mechs runs past me. Like, he just goes, like, right in front of my mech. So we were talking about it was basically the ending of a Guy Ritchie film where, you know, like, everybody else has been doing the right moves fighting over this thing and fucking each other up. And then my bumbling ass, like, is that the guy? It's like, whole city's like wrecked. All of the mechs are smoking corpses. And I'm like, whoop, pick him up, and off I go. It was very, very dumb. That was probably the most fun that I've had so far. So I guess sometimes falling over in tabletop is okay. Oh yeah, falling into a basement. I've heard of the falling into a basement. I haven't seen it yet. I haven't had anybody crash into a building and fall into the basement yet. But I'm sure at some point. I just don't want it to be me. It just can't be me. Let it be somebody else.
Copy that.
Got it.
Whee. Run all over. Whatever. Come on, guys. Get in your zone. Get in your zone! I know who you are. Pat on those vehicles and surrender, or I will return them. And you into scrap.
Good work, Commander. Hold
Oh,
this
hey.
position until
Bunch
the
of
package is
Phoenix
underway.
Hawks. A Vindicator. I like the Vindicator a lot. It's a fun mech. Yeah, we've been running most of the optional rules and stuff. I mean, getting into quirks and all that kind of stuff.
Engaging jump jets.
Just wondering if I care more about the Vindicator or the Hawks. Probably the Vindicator. It's close. Let's have slightly better odds of hitting one of these.
All weapons committed.
High gravity and plus night plus rain equals no one can do shit. Oh god. Oof. Oh, did you like jump jetting? Sorry.
Waiting for orders.
Yeah, that's mean.
I read you, Commander. Moving out. Time to die.
Skipper. Copy that, Commander. Locking off with all weapon systems.
There we go.
Target down.
Yep. Got it. Okay, I'm on it. Target
There
destroyed.
we go. Oh my god, they're so slow. At least, I mean, to be fair, also the LRM carrier is gonna fuck them up real bad. That and a demolisher. Not a good time for our enemy. They hit my griffin.
Damage minimal. Engaging jump jets.
Now for this griffin to do the really disgusting thing it does.
All weapons committed.
Get backs.
Enemy mech destroyed.
I want my baby back, baby back.
Good to go.
Let's turn those
Got
pulses off. One big problem with the pulses is they are so hot.
Confirm.
Like, I don't know. I've had trouble making them be worthwhile in the game.
I'm rolling. Now let's see how you handle this. Tango is trash, Skipper.
Mission successful.
Oh my god. I was wondering if we'd have to wait for all the vehicles to slowly drive their, like, 2 hexes at a time to that end zone. Thank god they skipped that. They were so slow. Almost got that crab. If we do that, like, I could make a small crab. We were talking about making a Mario unit to just, like, jump jet, jump on people, DFA constantly. We could do, like, a bunch of king crabs and a regular crab. Have the regular crab just jump on heads. Not saying that'd be good, but it'd be funny. We could do it. I am curious. Do we have... Yeah. So we don't have a full crab. Thought maybe we had one in the storage somewhere. I feel like I might actually do that, because then we've got 3 king crabs and 1 little one. Boop, 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 boop. Alright, I think pinch crew is the thing we'll work towards. In the meantime, I need to get going. I gotta really hurry up and
Standing by. Yes,
make
Commander.
my lovely wife her dinner.
I'm
And
here.
my own, too. I'm excited.
Commander?
Like I said, I'm gonna make some very traditional
Training
spaghetti with some cherry tomatoes and stuff. It should be awesome.
Ready to rock.
And I appreciate everybody being here. Just a nice, short little stream today. Only a good 3
Training
hours.
confirmed.
We'll be back tomorrow with some more Battletech. I'm trying to race through this a little bit. We'll do some other games soon.
Mech
But I've been
warrior
having a
training
ton of fun with
complete.
this. Thank you all for being here. Hopefully you have a good day. Enjoy the rest of your evening. If you like the stream, those follows mean a lot. You can always check out the podcast. You can hop on the Discord. That's all free. And other than that, stick around. I'm going to host you over to somebody else. And I'll show back up tomorrow and have stories from real life Battletech, as well as a little bit more of this the stream. Let's host you on over to somebody else. See who I know that's around. Oh, that's real loud, sorry.